Hi guys, George here from Zero Period Productions, and today on Skyrim Saturday Mods, we're adding a new guild to our game just to destroy it. In the Serpent's Covenant, a new quest mod from Nimwraith. Last year, I covered another of their quest mods, named Calling the Watchmaker, which was their submission for the summer Skyrim Mod Jam. Since then, they've created several smaller, self-contained quest mods, including some for the post-apocalyptic Shattered mod. Today's mod, the Serpent's Covenant, is one of their more recent quests, in which we accompany a mercenary on her journey to destroy a dangerous and mysterious guild. With a unique questline, fully voiced characters, new weapons and armor for our new characters, and choices with consequences, this really sounds like an excellent addition to your game. The mod is available for Skyrim Special Edition on PC, although the author is happy to talk to people interested in porting it to Xbox. To get started, you'll need to find Alexia in East March Hold, just along the road south of Steam Crag Camp. You didn't want to clean up the dead bodies? You trying to, send a message?
Does thou seeketh to put me down? Accomplish what these scum could not.
I mean, I probably could. I'm not going to, though. What? No, I'm Alexia. I don't want to kill you.
Forgive my insolence. This road I walk is not a peaceful one, as thou is likely to know. I am Alexia. By mine own proclamation, I am a proud seeker of the curse you see before thine own eyes.
You, speak very fancy-like. I'm sorry that I may not be able to keep up. Who are you seeking, and why are you killing them?
Prithee, dost thou knowest of the Serpent's Covenant? Of their foul deeds and heinous actions, their undoing of all order?
Of all order? No, I haven't.
So thou hast escaped the brunt of their attacks. Luck sides with thee. Yet mine own path has strayed far from her caring gaze. They art an abominable coalition of miscreants and vagabonds alike, the dregs of society. Unmatched brutality runs rampant among them. Their whims shall only be satisfied with the downfall of civilization, demolishing the very foundations of each kingdom and empire.
I mean, the Empire is kind of undoing itself, so I don't know if we really need them to do it. So they're just organized bandits.
Distinction lieth well behind the countless common peasants. They art naught but ants compared to their leader. Charismatic enough to enthrall countless, a will potent enough to govern all, and wise enough to direct his ambitions with frightful accuracy.
Have you spoken to their leader, then?
Only in words, but tales of this exalted figure erupt from the tongues of each of the misbegotten. They art filled with such reverence for their leader that stories alone impart the knowledge of the influence he commands. The legends of his character grant me but one purpose: to seeketh his head.
So you want to kill him? How are you going to do that?
Not all serpents are so devout. One shall eventually capitulate in their resolve, lay privy to me the knowledge I seeketh. I promise thee that upon our next meeting one so weak-willed shall be found. For 'tis naught but a matter of time, and I shall await my prey.
You know, you do stand out a little bit in the armor, so they could very easily avoid you if they wanted to. How long have you been hunting for one of these people?
Days morph into weeks, and still I walk this meandering road. They art solemn in their cause, but soon one shall falter.
How large is the Serpent's Covenant? I've not seen any of its members before.
A budding sapling that seeketh a sprawling maze of intertwined roots and branches. The flame of revolution shall only spread. Mark my words, without intervention the infection shall only spread. That is why I ready mine hand to stem it before it consumes the body.
Well, I gotta go now. Good luck on your journey.
I thank thee. Farewell.
It's funny because in my mind, for some reason I'm just thinking it's like, oh, I'm being sarcastic. Well, good luck, I guess. And she's like, oh, thank you. I don't know.
Greetings. What does thou seeketh?
No, we already talked. I'm just always sarcastic. What can I say? You do have to wait a few hours after having the full conversation for Alexia to move on, but the second location, the second encounter is going to be at the bridge, not too far from Darkwater Pass and Snapleg Cave. I do wish that there was an actual quest for this, that way it could make finding her a little bit easier in-game. Otherwise, I'm just looking at the mod page to see the screenshot for, oh, this is where the next encounter takes place. And having to kind of go back and forth in order to know how to continue the mod isn't necessarily the best way to handle it, in my mind. Hi. Hello, good to see you again.
I promised thee, and so I have delivered.
Yeah, I see. Is that... you just got some armor sitting by you? Oh, is it because you're using an HDT armor? Oh god, your foot looks terrifying. Who is he?
Deceiver, turncoat, or betrayer. All names fit the one before thine eyes. His name does not matter to me, though doubtless he shall share. His tongue does not cease, for he is an intelligent fellow, one that knows his import. Speak to him for thyself, and such knowledge shall be imparted.
How did you capture him?
Within my pursuit for such a turncoat, I gazed upon the husk of a derelict cart, its purpose now forsaken. Within its remains lay the traitor, in a manner most deplorable. He seemingly scrounged for any morsel of what once resided there. With nary a threatening word he gaveth what I sought, an almost instant resignation. With no opposition he now leads me to who I seek.
How do you know he isn't leading you into a trap?
Rooted deeply within him, I sense a feeling of malcontent, one of woe for his current happenstance. Doubtless thou hast experienced countless battles, been emboldened by its flame. I am no different. If my intuition is proven wrong, I shall not succumb to his deception without a true battle.
I'm getting a Elden Ring vibe from some of the dialogue, and I'm sure some of it is just that I've been playing Elden Ring again, but still. What did you do before hunting the serpents?
Not keen on the fanciful dreams of my peers, I devoted mine own life to the art of bloodshed. Macabre, mayest it be, my obsession never ceased. The hunger for mastery always beckoned. I sought satiation for this desire, yet the only abatement I found was the business of the sellswords.
So, you're a mercenary?
Yes, one not driven by the succor of gold, but the unquenchable thirst for perfection. I walked this path for countless years, but soon it was halted, barred by an insurmountable force, one that compelled me a new direction.
What was it, if you don't mind me asking?
Mine tongue has been left unchecked. I apologize. This journey is not one of contentment, but of duty. Speak with the traitor, if that is thy wish. Else, I would ask thee to leave.
Well, you're being polite about it at least.
Ah, another one. Are you too a hunter of the serpents?
Nope, just a, friend of your captor.
Ah, I see. So you're simply a bystander. Well, what business would you have with me?
I'm a little nosy, you know? I'd like to know more about your guild and you, as a person.
Well, I'll see what I can do. What would you like to know?
Why are you betraying your guild?
I'm sure that one's been eating away at your head, hasn't it? What else can I do? I've got a woman bent on destroying the Covenant, eyeing up my every move. One so fixated on this task, she'll sacrifice all bodily needs for it. Not the type of person you want to trifle with.
What does the Serpent's Covenant actually believe in?
A better future. For me and all who've signed up for this mad cause. But I doubt that answers your question, does it?
Yeah, no shit it doesn't.
Well, We want to do away with the uncaring systems set by our forefathers, demolish their very foundations. We wish not to revel in the destruction, but to rebuild it all. Reconstruct the confines of society and make them favour us, the dingy, decrepit and poor. Even out the playing field, so to speak. Give justice to all those wronged by what is upheld today. See? Doesn't sound so mental now, does it?
When you put it that way, not really, no. Why not just let everyone know that's your true aim?
Do you think we intentionally hide our cause? Obscure it so people think we're naught but bandits? No, that's the fault of the elites, the ones affected by our revolution. They're the ones who spread terror and claim we want the downfall of order.
Well, you said you kinda want the downfall of order, so that you can make a new order. So there is still a downfall. You see this, right? What is your leader like?
I assume the hunter has told you much of all she's learnt on her expeditions. Well, I doubt I'll be much use, but I'll tell you what I do know. He cultivates his favour through his honeyed words and fearless actions. All are spun into captivating tales that live on within our camps, bolster our courage for a better tomorrow. I believe that's what makes him so revered, regardless of the truth of their origins.
So you believe he isn't what the Serpents believe him to be?
Yes. How could you, after all? He's a man, one just as mortal as me or you.
Oh, well, about that.
But, still, I believe there to be some truth to the tales. Such things cannot be founded on whimsical thoughts alone.
So you've never met him, then?
Aye, I haven't. I doubt he's got much spare time. Imagine a revolution tends to eat that up.
Good sense of humor. Why are you so calm?
Not much I can do, is there? No sense in fearing my circumstances when I can make the best of them.
Alright, well, I'm done asking questions.
I'm glad I could be of use.
Very calm. Very collected. You know? I'm done speaking with him. I wish you luck on your journey.
So be it. I fare thee well.
Yeah, I'm guessing... Okay, yeah. The armor being used, it requires HDT, SMP, so it also requires Nemesis. I don't have Nemesis installed, so that's why it looks wonky. I don't remember seeing that on the mod page. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I missed that in the requirements, but I don't remember seeing that then. Okay, yeah, so it's not listed in the mod requirements. The mod requirements say no requirements. Further down on the mod page, it says, oh, by the way, if you don't use faster HDT SMP, then the bugs, or the clothes will be bugged. So I did miss that then. Which, the armor was made by another mod author. It's from a different mod, so got it. But essentially you want to wait a few hours. I found that it's usually somewhere between 4 and 6 hours for Alexia to move on, which then means she's moved on to the next location, wherever that's gonna be. The next location seems to be directly northwest of Haymar's Shame. And I'll go into all this in the review, but yeah, I think this would very much benefit from some sort of quest structure that would help with moving things along. Oh, hey! You guys friends now? You guys just gonna hang out?
A welcome surprise. Greetings.
Well, it's not that much of a surprise for me. I'm kinda stalking you, you know? I see you killed some more serpents.
Thou knowest of my purpose, and it shan't be halted by such hindrances.
You sound sad.
Yet, despite my mind conforming to this task long ago, a cinder of regret magnifies within me.
You have regrets about killing these people?
Prithee, hast thou inquired about the Serpent's true aims? Not the muddied veracity that is fed to the masses, but the truth.
I do remember. Yeah, it was a few hours ago.
Their course fills my heart with an emotion that has remained elusive and absent during mine hunt. That of empathy and compassion. Their goal is one of nobility and justice, one that even I mayest understand.
You believe their goal to be correct, then?
Benevolent and lofty their ambition mayest be, but they art naught but charlatans. Their winding paths shall not end in the uncontested success they desire. Instead, all who walk it shall be doomed to perish or fade into ubiquitous obscurity.
How do you think they should accomplish their goals, then?
I trust thou know of the toils I have endured on this foray. Demanding one's ideals to be forsaken, replaced with another's, is an insurmountable task. Conversion must be slight and incremental, showing one what thou cannot know, only experience.
You're a hardened warrior. Why do you believe they should do it peacefully, then?
I do not fault thy chain of thought. Such a question would plague my mind. Yet I believe thou already knowest the answer. Captivated with violence's alluring presence I may be, yet the wounds of my soul have only deepened. It has brought naught but a momentary abatement, a poultice to a gaping wound.
Why are you thinking like this now?
Thou hast spoken with Ulrich, yes?
Only the once.
He is a captivating figure.
Oh?
Despite his insolent tongue, I believe his heart art pure, capable of reigniting morals you had long forgotten.
Yeah?
Now a flame lingers, started by one but fanned by another, a small gust of wind of times long ago. A common road we once tread, if thou'st will.
So, do you regret killing all the serpents, then?
Thou knowest of the regrets I now face. Stalwart in my resolve I must be, but this facade is one not so easily maintained.
Okay, Shakespeare. Okay.
Countless faces contort into a force of remorse, one that now thrives with me. A cause I did not know I stood for, being its uncaring voice.
Will you still go through with your plan? To kill the leader?
Thou'st has roused me from the pits of my morals, awoken me to the truth. I mayest not decipher such a facet until it is time. I knowest not.
I'll speak with Ulrich, and I'll be back soon.
I grant thou my blessing. Farewell.
Oh, thank you. I don't really
you
need...
again. Welcome.
I don't need your blessing. It's a free, province. I see you've been speaking with Alexia. You don't look like you're being held prisoner anymore. Good for you.
She shared her newfound compassion with you too, I take it. Well, it seems to have stirred her from her impenetrable haze of violence, so I'd say it's a good thing. Now, I dare to ask, what do you think of all this? Of her empathising with the one she hunts? Of her support for our cause?
I think it's confusing. She seems to be torn between two sides. She learned of the cause and approves of it, and now feels remorse. I support her. I think it's confusing.
Aye, that she does. Not that I fault her. Growing up all your life and only knowing violence and death. It would affect you in a way I can't imagine. Only now she feels the guilt building within her. Only after I've spoken of what we stand for. That we have a common cause. But maybe that's all she needs. That it'll steer her off the path of eradicating the Covenant onto something better.
Don't you feel guilty for all of your comrades being killed by her?
Guilty? No, I don't believe so. They knew what they were signing up for. The danger they'd be in, and the sacrifices they'd have to make. Death was a known factor of the job. Still, we all signed on. And most of them preferred to die in pursuit of a cause greater than them, than to fade away and die in obscurity. So was I, for a time at least.
What changed?
Well, after me and some lads conducted a raid on a caravan, we searched the victims for anything useful. What I saw. A humble family, now all lying dead in the mud. A mother, a father, and their child. Their faces were stuck in a horrific expression, one of inescapable fear and desperation. They were farmers, you see. Not the nobles we'd been used to raiding. No. Just common folk, like us. I wouldn't... No, I couldn't stand with our cause. Not after murdering the ones we swore to benefit.
So what did you do?
I told everyone to go on without me. That I'd post myself up there to prevent any guards following them. When they left, I buried their corpses. And just as I had finished, Alexia found me.
How did that change your view on the cause?
It did not change my view. I still believe their mission is true and just.
Just their methods?
But my morals adapted. No longer would I allow my aims to come before the lives of innocents. Now I wish for a more peaceful approach. One that doesn't demand change from violence and death, but instead from the voices of countless. Reformation must not be forced upon the masses. They will not accept it without truly believing in it, convincing the uneducated, showing them the benefits of what such a system would bring. This is what I hope Alexia will see.
She still wants to kill your leader. Will she really join your peaceful methods?
In time, yes. I believe so. Already she sees the folly of the serpents, sees the sense in my way of thinking. I believe all that spurs her on is what made her begin this hunt, whatever that is. For her sake, and mine, I hope she can learn to forgive.
Your leader continues to push this agenda. Don't you want him dead?
In truth, I don't know. His continuation of this cause, while noble, does nothing but cause pain and suffering to those who would side with us. Yet to end his life, oh, the chaos it would cause, the fracturing of our growing cause, its consequences may be dire, and so I'm unsure. To kill him may lead to unforeseen consequences. To let him live may be just as detrimental. In the end, it is her choice, though I do not envy the decision.
I need to be going now. Thank you as always.
You're a good one. Both of you are. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll be going. Good luck.
I thank thee. Thou shalt always be welcome in our company.
Or, I could just travel with you and save us all a little bit of time, because I'm just gonna have to
Alexia?
find you again.
Yes, what dost thou seek?
Whatever holds you down, drives you to finish your mission, I hope you know you're not alone. You can speak to me about it, if you'd like.
Thy words fill me with... Thank you. Thou art a good friend.
It's a very fast friendship. It's been, maybe a day. It'd be a day, max, really. Alright, next encounter is going to be on the road between the Falkreath Watchtower and... Well, Lakeview Manor's not on the road, but you kinda see what I mean. Just the main road that leads from Riverwood, all the way to Falkreath if you were to follow that path. But there they are. New best friends forever. If anything, I'm a little bit of a third wheel in this scenario. And I know it. I'm aware. Nothing to say? I'll come back for you.
Good friend, I welcome thee.
You sound a lot more upbeat than last time. So, you've continued your hunt.
'Tis an accord that has plagued my mind since first I spoke with Ulrich. It is there where the seeds of doubt were first planted. Yet thy observations are astute. Despite all my deliberation, I continue my quest. Yet all my musings have not gone to waste. My destination remaineth the same, but now my actions mayest differ.
So you might not kill him.
Indeed. Mine journey has changed, evolved. Now I seeketh not to enact mine revenge, but to sway this figure to our cause. Steereth him from the path of violence, and attempt to convert his acolytes to a campaign of peace and reform, not one of barbarity.
You think that'll work?
Hope remains in mine heart, but I doubt one so stalwart in his conviction shall be so easily swayed. All is yet to be seen. Perhaps our journey shall be one of success. Else it mayest end in the violence I so desperately evade.
If it comes to violence, what will you do?
I trust thou knowest of the danger of the Serpents. They are a frightful bunch, ones that would only be emboldened by my actions. Doomed to fall to their hands, we would be forced to abscond from Skyrim, beginning our journey in a province not so rife with their meddling.
Our cause? What do you mean by that?
Prithee, thou dost not think I am to work alone. No, Ulrich has amended my path, given me the vision I now gaze with. I am not to abandon him, leave him to die at the hands of the Serpents for treachery. No, whatever shall occur, he shall accompany me.
Do you think that the leader will let you speak with him?
Thou knowest of his intelligence, of his skill at enrapturing those that follow. He shall doubtless allow us to converse. I trust his men's barbarity should not overcome him, and punish our compassion and desire for a better world.
Can you tell me what caused you to begin your hunt now?
I speak little of mine past, for it is riddled with strife and turmoil that I have no desire to relive. Despite what thou wishes, I cannot satiate your appetite for knowledge, not if it comes at the expense of my soul. Perhaps mine secrets are doomed to die with me. I am sorry.
That's not ominous at all. That makes it sound like you're gonna die, and, I don't know if I'd be able to get the armor, but because RPG, go figure that's the first thing I think about when someone says they're gonna die.
You again. Good to see you, mate.
Good to see you. You're nearing the end of your journey, then.
Aye, we are. It's only a matter of time before we stand outside his door, moments away from success or failure. It fills me with anticipation, hope and fear mixed together. Hope for what could be, the good we could do, and I'm sure you can guess what I fear.
Death. Will you be leaving with Alexia once this is all done?
I will. She's a smart one. Someone who could do the world some real good. Fix things that have remained stagnant for generations. Unfortunately, we'll be moving onwards. Somewhere new. Skyrim is torn. Split down the middle in a conflict that benefits neither side. Besides, if things don't go to plan, we'll have to hide out somewhere new, or we'll be hunted down by the remaining serpents. I'm sorry to say it, but the next time we meet, it may very well be the last.
You've committed great treachery. Do you think your leader will want you dead?
I doubt it. The tales I've heard of him, exaggerated they may be, but he's an intelligent man, one smart enough to see the flaws of his grand plan, and one that acknowledges the faults of his misguided leadership.
You sound like you still have respect for him.
I have a morbid sense of admiration for him. He's an incredible man, one wise enough to utilize others to their greatest extent, targeting the lowest of society and using them as naught but foot soldiers, expendable and worthless. The running of this revolution alone, the coordination and the leadership of it all, takes a true genius.
Alright, well, I'll be going.
So be it. Farewell, my friend.
Once again, this would be a good place for them to be like, oh, by the way, this is where we think he's gonna be. Meet us here if you want to see this through. Goodbye. I wish you luck on what is to come.
I thank thee. Thou'st words bolster my courage. Thou'st seize it within me, then. There is no use hiding it. I fear for what shall become of our lofty ambitions if his death were to come to fruition. Such time is wasted. I seeketh to demand change immediately, not wallow in the pits of isolation while we are hunted.
Oh, I thought you were gonna have something to say. Nope, okay. I'll see you soon. And the final location is gonna be south of Rorikstead. It looked like it was just above, or just before, the kind of cliff before the mountain drop. And I think it's kind of off the main roads, but I guess we're gonna see in a minute. I will go into it in the review, I'll go into it in the end, but I definitely think that some sort of quest or tracking could have been a benefit here, because otherwise, once again, you really do have to kind of like look at the mod page to know where to go next. I think the intent is that they want you to find the encounters on your own, but with Skyrim being as big as it is, even though they're along the main paths and everything, or at least some of the main paths, it's still very easy to potentially miss them. This should be it right here. Oh, yep, I see her. I'm gonna make sure to just take out the saber cat real quick. Last thing I want is a saber cat interrupting our little chat, our little conversation. Also, just gonna make a save in case things go down. You're just standing very casually here.
By the aid, thou'st must look upon me with the utmost shame.
Not shame, mainly just confusion. Are you alright?
My friend, I'm sorry thou must see this. I am...
See what?
Beyond that door lieth the man I sought with such fervor it consumed all mine waking thoughts.
I noticed.
Now I am left adrift in a sea of doubt, subject to its relentless torment.
What happened?
Alone he stood, vulnerable to the violent desires that ate within my mind, yet impregnable in his defense of his cause. Held within that prison of inescapable impunity, we spoke with an unbridled ardor for our cause. Still his mind did not falter. He dismissed the efficacy of our campaign with an ease I mayest never see again.
What did he say to shake you this much?
I dare not repeat the words. His presence lieth before thou. Let his words fill thy mind with insurmountable thoughts.
You had a plan if this happened, didn't you? Can't you just kill him?
The doubt within my mind was but a seed. Now it has sprouted and clouds each waking thought with its roots. Thou'st must heareth his words, then the ever-reaching roots shall branch to thee.
Alright, I'll go speak with him. Hey, buddy.
I have no words. Speak with Alexia.
I did. Okay, fine. Oh. Hi.
Another comes to Motesh. Speak, if you would.
You spoke with Alexia and Ulrich?
This one thought you were with him. Yes, Motesh has. I take it you seek to change this one's ways. Remedy his path towards a destination of peace.
I just want to speak with you.
You surprised this one. Ask what eats within your mind, and Motesh will answer as best he can.
I will say, if there's any race that would convince me that, like, hey, this system's broken, it would be the Khajiit, who aren't allowed in the cities at all. What made you start the guild?
The inception of this movement lies within its very name. This one has suffered at its hands, and does not stand idly at its machinations.
The Serpent? What do you mean?
Born under its mark, the sign of the Serpent has caused this one endless turmoil and suffering. Subject to its whims, Motesh is cursed, bound to see the worst of this life, to suffer for eternity, no matter where he goes. The pain this has caused him, he cannot put into words.
I will stay silent.
Yet, the blinding pain that marred his every step was not without its benefits. It illuminated the darkness before Motesh, widened his vision to others who walked the same path. This new sight spurred him onward to chase a goal thought unattainable to all.
So why seek violence instead of peace?
Change demands direct action. One cannot stand idly by if they desire reformation. This is a lesson Motesh has been taught all his life. These factors cannot be brought about with peace, for such a cause may be swept under the rug by those it opposes. Even if it did succeed, the wheel cannot be broken with honeyed words alone. The rich would feed the downtrodden scraps and continue their feast.
Is there no chance of convincing you to attempt peace?
This one does not think you understand.
I get that a lot.
Motesh has tried to resolve countless of his problems peacefully. All he has been met with is ridicule and injury. He shall not sacrifice the future of the Serpents to be disregarded by the elite and utterly ignored in any change he seeks.
And why choose Skyrim for your revolution?
Skyrim is fractured, split down the middle with a ceaseless conflict that benefits neither side. It is the perfect breeding ground for malcontent within the poor and downtrodden. They begin to see the idiocy of those who rule them and of what their petty wars bring. Here, they see the true cost of the elites.
How will you overthrow the Jarls?
Motesh has thought long about how to dismantle the system, break the wheel. For countless months now, this one has targeted what they care for most: gold, caravans, ships, anything that supplies the nobles with their goods. Soon, we shall move on to bigger targets, on to the very ones that perpetuate the injustices we fight against. Beyond that, this one cannot disclose his plans, but Motesh assures you, one day you will see its effects.
What will your members gain if your plan goes through?
A chance for a true equality, one where the voiceless are heard, and where opportunity is not subject to the realm of the elite. This one wishes for a society where every soul is valued, no matter what they bring, irrespective of coin or birth.
You want everyone to be equal.
Equal in opportunity and aid. All would be free to continue their lives, but the poor would receive the help they deserve. I seek not to reduce all to the same level, but to elevate those below into a state of well-being and opportunity.
Will you not be in charge of this new order?
Motesh sees the question within you. You believe this one to enforce this order with hypocrisy, to lead a society that punishes the very one Motesh would become. Lead this one would, but only to manage the equality and opportunity such a society strives for.
And what do you think would happen if you somehow died?
This one knows of your intentions, sees the cogs turning in your mind.
There's no cogs.
Motesh shall not act, but he warns you, my serpents shall not look kindly upon my murderer.
Well, it's hard to really be threatened by the serpents when every time I see them, they're dead. I've not fought them, I've not encountered them, they're just always dead in front of Alexia.
Farewell.
I am gonna make a second save right here, because I know there's endings to the mod, 2 different endings, or at least 2 different endings, and I would assume one of them is, you know...
You again. What else did you seek?
Let him live, and the other one is to kill him. I want to see... Well, I'll do leaving him alone first, and I'll do killing him after.
Thou hast heard his words.
I have. Oh, there you go, I have.
Then I ask of thee a great favour, for thou art a true friend, one capable of mine request.
What do you need?
Uncertainty and doubt plague my mind, muddy my waking thoughts, obscuring my senses. I ask of thee, what must I do? Does he deserve death, or should his life be spared and his cause be allowed to prosper?
I mean, he's killing peasants. He's having his men kill peasants and farmers and all that. You should kill him and his cause. You should let him live. Let his cause live on. You can't ask me to make this decision.
Please, I beg of thee. My mind is full of countless possibilities, leading my thoughts astray. Thou must, please.
Alright, I'll decide. It's like choosing where to go to eat. Kill him. End his cause.
If that is what must happen, I shall oblige.
You know, I could do it too.
I thank thee, truly. But we must ready ourselves before the act is done. For the serpents shall act quickly.
I understand.
This mayest be the last time we meet.
Oh, thank you.
Thou hast been a good friend. Take this as recompense. Now farewell, my friend.
Are you gonna go kill him then? Let me see the amulet. Okay, so yeah, stamina regenerates 20% faster.
Thank you.
So,
Truly.
that's how it ends then?
You heard what I said to Alexia?
Aye, I did. I don't envy your position. You made a hard choice. I just hope it was the right one. I know Alexia will get it done soon. That means our time here is nearly up. You've been a good friend. I'm gonna miss you.
I'll miss you too.
Glad to hear it, friend. May the road ahead be kind.
Soon you shall hear of our success.
Oh, I will. That's good.
Soon you shall hear of our success.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for the courier. I'm gonna wait a few hours, because I assume they'll leave and he'll be dead, and I just kind of want to see if anything happens there. Oh. You're still alive. I don't think you're supposed to be, because they... Oh. Alright, yep, there you go. That's a slight bug right there. I'm seeing double, aren't I? Alright, so let's try the other one, which I know what's going to happen. He's just going to live, but nothing else will really change. Let him live. Let his cause live on.
I understand. Yes.
See, I think that's what she really
Thank
wants.
thee. Truly. We must prepare a few things, then we shall depart. Where we shall go yet eludes me, but we must move quickly.
I understand. Goodbye.
This mayest be the last time we meet. Thou hast been a good friend. Take this as recompense. I shan't need it any more. Or so I hope. Now farewell, my friend.
Ulrich, buddy.
So, he lives.
You heard.
Aye, I did. I don't envy your position. You made a hard choice. I just hope it was the right one. It's odd to think, after all this, he still lives.
Are you disappointed with this?
No, not disappointed. I can't say what I would have done in your shoes, but I don't blame you. But after this journey, meeting Alexia, meeting you, and it all means nothing, it's odd. Sorry. There's not much time for me reminiscing. Alexia will want us gone soon. You've been a good friend, truly. I'm gonna miss you.
I'll miss you too. Farewell.
Glad to hear it, friend. May the road ahead be kind.
Thank you, friend.
I'll wait a few hours, I'll go inside and I'll see if he has anything new to say, but I'm not expecting anything new. Oh, never mind, they lock off the door. Nope, no more Motesh for me. So you do get her cool katana if you let him live, which I guess makes sense. She doesn't need it. It's her passing on the torch, so to speak. An impeccably well-maintained blade, it is not adorned with the countless scratches and nicks that mar the surface of these weapons. The only sign of use is the blade's hilt. Its fabric has been eroded away. I do like that he gets one as well. You can keep yours, that way you can defend her. And that is gonna be all for the Serpent's Covenant. It's a self-contained narrative adventure, and as you can see, is strictly dialogue-based. As someone who loves story-focused content, new characters, and interactions, it's actually a bit odd for me to say this, but I wish there had been some more of a gameplay component to the mod. It's kinda hard to feel the weight and impact of a guild focused on creating a social revolution when we only hear about it from a couple characters. Without seeing the guild at work in cities, on the roads, as a new enemy type, and so on, the threat that they pose just doesn't really hold much weight. The mod page mentions that the final choice has consequences, which become apparent after some time has passed. But having waited over a week in-game and going around to the different hold capitals, I didn't see any differences. As I said during the main body of the video, I think this would greatly benefit from having a quest with markers, as you might otherwise need to check the mod page for each new location that Alexia will go to. Since there's not really indication that she gives on where she's going next, it's not like you have any context clues or hints that you could follow in-game. The same goes for what we're supposed to see after the end of the questline. Without any real indicator of what has changed, what to look for, and so on, it's hard to know what I'm looking for. And I did try this for both endings. The one where Motesh is killed, and the other where he's spared. Given Alexia's confliction in the matter, it almost would have been better to give us the option to kill Motesh for her, giving her a way out. And in doing so, she could still give us her sword to finish the job, with her telling us to keep it after the deed is done. Ultimately, I think that my critiques of the mod come from me wanting it to be a larger scale than it was intended to be. It's more so that I have a different vision as a player than the author has as its creator. I'm very happy to have something that is more story-focused, but I still want it to feel integrated into the rest of the game. Be it combat, encounters in cities, maybe a courier giving us a note that's telling us about the uprisings, even. But while it's a fun, one-off adventure, it's very much a story that suffers from telling, not showing. Even coming down to Motesh, if he dies, it happens off-screen. And even then, I didn't see any downside. I wasn't hunted down by the serpents afterwards, everything just kinda ends. There are a couple other Skyrim mods that deal with the theme of revolution, Beyond Reach being the first one that comes to mind. Beyond Reach has it ravage the entire world space, forcing you to return to Skyrim, I wouldn't want this mod to go to that much of an extreme, but having something that we see change in the world as the story goes on would go a long way to show the audience of what's taking place and the guild's actual influence. Voice acting was very well done, and having Ulrich go from a prisoner to Alexia's confidant and trusted companion was a really nice dynamic. Getting to see that relationship between them, and for Alexia's faith to be shaken, made for an interesting character story. I think the use of a unique armor, one that hides Alexia's face, makes her feel much more mysterious as a character, and even exhausting all of her dialogue, she still remains a mystery. She teases us about a painful past, and despite your choices, she leaves Skyrim to try and forge a new path. Now, if you like more narrative character-focused mods such as this, you're in luck. Nimwraith has several of them, and as I mentioned, this includes a few for Shattered, a mod that turns Skyrim into an apocalyptic world, with very few characters, cities in ruins, and leaves you to face waves of Draugr and other enemies in a world in ruin. But that's gonna be all for today. As always, thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, check out the Patreon or the YouTube memberships, both of which get access to the Discord server. YouTube members also get access to the channel emotes, which can be used in the comments below. And make sure to check out the streams at twitch.tv/0periodproductions. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.